You may have noticed that I am actually missing a mirror. I've got my right hand mirror and no left hand mirror. And some of you may be wondering, what the hell, why does dude only have one mirror? And let me tell you why. Let me tell you what happened to my other mirror, man. What happened was, let me just get out over here. What happened was, I was, man, it's stupid. It's a stupid mistake. Oh, I'm kicking myself because it was totally my fault, and I can't blame anybody but my own self for this. But what happened was, man, I was riding my motorcycle, right? And rode my motorcycle all day, and when I got home, I pulled into the garage, and I needed to move from my motorcycle to the car. And so what I did was, I pulled into the garage at my house, and I normally what I'll do is I will pull my motorcycle into the garage, and then I kind of shimmy it towards the back of the garage. Actually, that's where I usually park the motorcycle, is in the back of the garage, and I have to kind of wedge it into this into this back corner, and have to kind of move it back and forth to get it so that I'm sideways back against the back of the garage. And this day, I didn't do that because I was in a rush. I mean, what I had to do was I had to come home and get the car. So what I did was I got home, opened up the garage, and I just backed the motorcycle into the garage where I normally park my car. And my car was actually parked out on the street that day. And so there was nothing there, so I've just backed the motorcycle up in there, jumped off the bike, came inside, changed real quick, and then went back outside and jumped back in the car. Anyway, did my thing, ran my errands, and then came back home later that night and totally forgot that I had parked the motorcycle right there. You know, totally spaced it out. It was not even on my radar screen at all, man. And so what happened was, I came home, I opened up the garage, and I start backing in because I don't usually pull into my garage. I don't like to pull in. I like to back into my garage, and that way in the next morning I could just bam, jump in my car and then just take off. This day I opened up the garage, started backing in like I normally do, and you know, since my motorcycle sits a little lower than anything else out there, I mean, I didn't see it. And so this is what kills me though, man. I was backing up and I felt my car sort of hit something, because I'm not backing up really fast. I just back up into the garage and I lightly tap on against something, and I start thinking, well, what the hell is that? You know, and I thought what it was this box. I've got this big old cardboard box out there that I was going to throw away anyway. It's fallen down multiple times, and I thought, you know what? It's just that box. Let me just push it out the way. So I kept backing up. Even though I felt the car hit it, the bike had not fallen by then. It was just still standing up, but my bumper was up against the front wheel, and I kept on going, man. I just kept on pushing back further and further, and next thing you know, bam! I heard the motorcycle drop, and as soon as that happened, I was like, oh no, I know exactly what that is. Oh, and I was so pissed, man. I got out the car, looked over there, saw my motorcycle down on the ground in my garage, and I was so mad. Anyway, I got out the car, picked the bike up, and luckily I had my saddlebags on my bike, and so there wasn't. I didn't see any visible scratches or things like that on the bike itself. I mean, it looked like it was in pretty good condition, although I was missing a mirror. My mirror had, bam, popped off the bike and was sitting there on the floor of the garage, and oh, it pissed me off, man. Totally my fault, totally avoidable, and was just ridiculous. Good Lord. So what do I have to do now? I need to get a clutch perch. This is the the piece that I need to replace over on the left-hand side is a clutch perch. So I need to actually get a new perch and then put it on there, and hopefully we'll be fine. And the reason I know that, because I've done something like this before. There was one time where I intentionally laid my bike down very gently on some towels because I wanted to kind of practice lifting it, because I just got in the bike and everything, and I popped off the mirror then too. So this will be the second time. Man, this will be the second time that I've replaced this clutch perch. So I already know what to do, man. It's ridiculous. Good Lord. Anyway, don't do that. Do not do what SoopaBee does. I'm telling you. So anyway, with that, my friends, my people, continue to ride with confidence, head up 100%. Yeah, this is SoopaBee.